So
Hindi
what
na po.
reforms? Because this is, to be honest about it, this is a loophole. Alam naman natin yan. That has been exploited by criminals, and lately, we all know Pogos, no? And meron akong picture na ipapakita. In the raids of PAOK, let me just flash it. They discovered, thousands of SIM cards. Yan, no? Yung Pogo Hub, ito yung sa Bamban eh. No? Cell phones, this is a scam farm. And apparently, based on our information, all of those cell phones have SIM cards in it. Can we go to the next slide? Meron pa ba? There, yan. No, you see thousands and thousands of SIM cards and cell phones being used to scam people. And the culprit is obviously the easy access to SIM card, despite our SIM card registration law. And there's so much disappointment now among our constituents regarding the SIM card registration law. In fact, I'm one of those who really fought hard. I remember when I was a congressman, there was a lot of pushback on this law, but we managed to approve this. But now the implementation is far from wanting. So, what reforms have we undertaken to prevent yung mga fraudulent registration of SIM cards, to prevent criminals buying thousands and thousands of SIM cards, and to really implement the true spirit of the law, which is to only allow legitimate people who have good intentions to purchase SIM cards. No? And I believe that the law is already adequate. It's now in the implementation that is the problem. So what have we undertaken to make sure that the telcos really enforce and implement the SIM card law to its spirit? And alam naman natin yung mga telcos, if they can, kung pwede silang magbenta sa unggoy, bebentahan talaga nila yan eh. No? Kasi that's sales for them. No? So what have we undertaken to stop this fraudulent registration?
Mr. Chair, first as to the unggoy issue po, the NTC issued verification guidelines which provided for more verification mechanism that the telcos shall put up in their network para po hindi na mangyari yung katulad po nung na-report sa Senate hearing din, sir. So part of that is, number one, dapat po yung system nila would be able to compare submitted data with the information and with the submitted ID. Number two, that they should adopt best available technologies dun po sa facial liveliness, live selfie, optical character recognition, facial recognition, and matching. So dapat po nagmamatch yung ID dun sa live selfie, and then hindi na rin po pwedeng mag-upload ng stock photo sa phone. So with that, the recent report of the telcos, Mr. Chair, informs us that they have set up this mechanism in place. Yun nga lang po, meron pa ring glitch once in a while, but they commit to improve the network for us, specifically by putting up more firewalls. They will also use AI. They will use AI po to check the ID submitted with the facial liveliness and all those things. Sir, Mr. Chair, as regards the selling of SIM cards, we met with the telcos and with their dealers po, yung major dealers nila, about this incidents, and we informed them that you have to educate your resellers hanggang sa pababa na that kasi po may mga reports po, sir, that the sellers themselves, yung sa baba po sa grassroots, they are offering to register the SIM using their identification for a fee. Yung things na po kasi yun, sir, hindi na I don't think the telcos have ano na po on that because parang ano na siya dumidiskarte na yung seller for income. Yun ang po ang nangyari because ang ano po siguro sir, hindi nila alam that if you use your identification and then that SIM ay ginamit for fraudulent or to scam people, ikaw po ang liable as the one registered sa registry. So we met with them and we asked them for their help also na ma-disseminate yung information as to the penalties involved in case hindi mo na-register ng tama yung SIM. Currently po, our original offices are also conducting test buys. And then may mga regions pa rin po, pero pa isa-isa sir, that they offer to register the SIM using the identity of the seller. And pero meron namang pong iba that they know that it's really prohibited to register the SIM under your name na gagamitin po ng ibang user. Currently, sir, at Mr. Chair, there's an active case Region 5, which with the help of the PNP, Region 5, they are coordinating with us. A seller po, nag-test buy po sila, hindi ko lang po maalala how many SIMs. Yun nga, pre-registered, sir, sa name niya po, na-register niya, na binibenta niya. Ang ano kasi nila is for sales. I'm not, baka hindi lang po nila alam ang consequence in case ginamit nga po sa fraudulent purposes yung SIM na yun. So that there's an active case on that, sir, sa Region 5. And in coordination with PNP, we are still ano po may mga investigation for that the PNP is tapping our help on that because for the Region 5 case we are the complainant po na pending po siya sa RTC. And what else? Mr. Chair, with your permission, Deputy John Salvahan will add.
Yeah, go ahead, Deputy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon. Insofar as the implementation of the SIM registration law, as mentioned by Commissioner Ella Lopez, we've issued a memorandum order. And since then, all of the features that we have asked the telcos to implement, they have reported to implement already. However, we also see a shift in the modus of these scammers, wherein they transfer to over-the-top platforms or they use prohibited devices in sending these scam or spam messages. Like for example, they use text blasters or those what we call IMSI catchers, wherein for IMSI catchers, the text doesn't pass through the network of the telco, so they are not able to detect or block these types of messages. But insofar as those messages that pass through the networks of the telco, if they use, for example, a text blaster machine, the telcos have upgraded their firewall, and so they have